Hello and welcome to What's Next Weekly, Premier NX's weekly podcast for forward-thinking leaders who aren't just keeping up with change, they're defining what comes next.
I'm Sofia Grant.
And I'm Alex Reed. Each week, we break down the biggest challenges and opportunities in business growth, digital transformation, and AI, giving you the insights you need to lead with confidence.
In today's episode, we're tackling a critical shift for customer experience leaders. Moving from AI pilots to proactive CX. We'll explore the 5 trends defining the 2026 contact center mandate, from agentic AI and tech stack clarity to a complete reimagining of empathy. And along the way, we'll talk about why no one should navigate these shifts alone and how the right partnership can make all the difference.
Let's get started.
We definitely have a ton of ground to cover today.
We really do. And to kick off this deep dive, we need to address the elephant in the room immediately.
The spending.
Exactly. We're pouring, billions into CX technology and chatbots. Yet, looking at the macro data, it feels like we aren't just hitting a wall, we're actively sliding backward.
It is a slide, for sure. If you look at U.S. customer satisfaction numbers, they've dropped for 3 straight quarters. We are sitting at satisfaction levels we really haven't seen in 12 years.
Wow.
Yeah, consumer happiness is basically back to where it was in 2012, despite a whole decade of innovation.
That's just damning. How is that even possible with all these AI pilots companies are running?
Well, because they aren't working. About 21% of generative AI pilots right now are generating 0 measurable return.
0. So they're just stuck in, pilot purgatory.
Right, and what's worse is 95% of organizations still rely heavily on manual processes. So you have these fancy front-end bots, but the back end is literally people using spreadsheets.
Which is a complete deadlock.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the first big shift, right? The move to agentic AI.
Yeah.
I hear agentic constantly, but practically speaking, how is it different from the chatbot that, frustrates me every time I call my bank?
So the bot you hate just answers questions, reads a script. Agentic AI actually accomplishes objectives autonomously.
Give me an example of that.
Think of it like this. A standard bot tells you the refund policy. An agentic AI logs into the billing system, processes the refund, updates the ledger, and emails you the receipt.
Without a human ever touching it.
Precisely. It autonomously decides the steps needed to solve the problem. And by 2029, 80% of common service issues will be solved exactly like this.
But that requires an immense amount of trust. If I'm a CIO, I'm terrified of an AI just autonomously right into my database.
Which is exactly why you cannot do agentic AI without the second trend, which is tech stack clarity. You can't have autonomy without clean, curated data.
Right, because right now, something like 86% of IT leaders say their patchwork systems are driving financial strain.
Yeah, legacy code taped together with new apps. The goal isn't just adopting every shiny new tool.
It's intentional subtraction, right?
Yeah.
Optimizing what you already have so the data flows freely.
Exactly. If your data is siloed, your agentic AI is essentially blind.
And once that data does flow, the expectation changes entirely, bringing up precision personalization. But let's be real, personalization usually just means an email subject line that says, "Hi, Alex."
And that is exactly why 73% of customers expect better personalization as tech advances. The bar has moved. Precision isn't about knowing your name, it's about knowing your context in real time.
So if I've been browsing the cancellation page and then call in,
The system shouldn't try to upsell you, it needs to instantly route you to retention, being predictive rather than just reactive.
Speaking of being reactive, I want to challenge a golden rule of customer service here. Trend 4 is reimagining empathy. I always assumed if a customer is angry, the absolute best thing to do is apologize profusely.
You would think so, but the data completely contradicts that. We found apologies lasting longer than a few seconds actually damage customer satisfaction.
Wait, so saying "I'm so sorry" actually hurts the relationship?
It does, because it wastes time. Customers want resolution, not sympathy. When we analyzed it, associates using action-oriented language scored significantly higher, a 4.52 out of 5, compared to empathy-heavy scripts.
So action over emotion.
Yes, it's a massive psychological shift. Stop saying sorry, start fixing the problem.
Makes total sense. I don't want a therapy session. I just want my internet fixed. Now, looking at the final piece of the puzzle, resilience. Usually, companies view global offshore hubs purely as a cheap way to cut costs.
That is Definitely the old view. In 2026, global agility is about survival. It's not just about securing onshore level quality at up to a 60% cost savings, though that obviously
It's
matters.
having that follow the sun model.
Right, so your operations stay resilient against local economic swings or regional outages.
If one region goes down, an offshore hub picks up the slack immediately.
Exactly. And it is a major security play, too. When you combine that global reach with AI-driven fraud prevention, you can actually reduce chargebacks by 90%.
It turns your global footprint into a shield instead of just a budget line item. And having a strategic partner who seamlessly understands that operational footprint is essential here. But before we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a quick thought to mull over. If AI is handling the routine and we stop apologizing so much, what does the true human connection look like in a contact center 5 years from now?
That is a fascinating question to chew on.
And that brings us to the end of our discussion on the 2026 Contact Center Mandate. We hope this gives you a clearer path to moving from AI pilots to proactive CX and why having the right partner can make all the difference in navigating what's ahead.
Absolutely. If today's episode resonated with you, please subscribe to What's Next Weekly on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss a conversation. Leaving a rating or review helps us connect with more leaders like you.
We'd love to hear your thoughts. Which of these 5 trends is your organization prioritizing for 2026? Share with us on LinkedIn by tagging PremierNX and using the hashtag What's Next Weekly.
For more insights, show notes, and resources from today's discussion, visit our website at premiernx.com.
A quick note, this podcast episode is based on industry research and insights and was produced with the support of Google AI services.
Join us next week on What's Next Weekly, Premier NX's weekly podcast, where we'll continue exploring how to turn today's operational challenges into tomorrow's growth opportunities.
Until then, keep building what's next.